Hi, my name is Ben, and today I'm going to teach you how to last as long as you choose in bed. So first, why should you listen to me? Because in general, you should listen to people who have what you want and have been where you are. And I've had the issue of premature ejaculation coming within a few seconds, and it's cost me most likely three relationships. And eventually I got to the point where I got fed up with a situation I was in. I decided I was going to have complete control over if and when I ejaculate, and I made it happen. And so for you, how willing are you to learn this information? How teachable are you? How much pain do you have? Have you felt the frustration, the embarrassment, the shame? Have you had enough? Have you decided that's it, period? I'm going to make myself last longer. That's it, period. Have you got to that point? So you have to feel that pain and clarify exactly what you want, and then you can make it happen. And then what are you willing to give up? How much time, how much money, how much effort are you going to put in? How much are you going to prioritize it? How much is it worth keeping your partner in your life? How much is it worth having the confidence? If if you feel it's worth it, then you're at the right person. So please continue. So next is that the thoughts matter so much more. So lasting longer, it isn't even the main goal. The main goal is to be able to please your partner, to give him or her a lot of pleasure, and to enjoy a lot of pleasure yourself. And then to have the self-image that I am a good lover. And I can say, when I say this, I say it knowing that I am a good lover. And so so there are many ways to do it. One is a program I went through called Your Wish is Your Command. And so I bought a way for the first 50 people to have free access with the code that's in the description for this video. The other thing is reprogramming yourself for success. So after I learned the specific techniques, I and got some wins. I was able to reprogram myself using psych-k, which is mentioned in the book Biology of Belief. And then I was able to choose the what I programmed myself. And with what I programmed, I was able to last as long as I choose. And it's maybe different from you. The exact words may be different. For me, it was, I'm the master of my sexual energy. I control if and when I ejaculate. I easily bring up my sexual energy. It could be different from you. Those work for me. And then we can get to specific techniques. One is make sure you're sleeping well enough. You get good deep sleep, avoid electronic devices before you go to bed. You have the room as dark as possible or use a sleep mask. You eat good food, organic, as close to nature as intended. You drink around a gallon of water per day. You know how to manage your stress. And in general, you're healthy, you feel good. And then now we get to the specific techniques. One is to have some options available. So even if you do come quickly, you could still please your partner. One is to read the book She Comes First, Comes. She Comes First by Ian Kearns. So you learn how to give a woman oral sex, and these techniques work. I've given all my partners orgasms with these techniques. And then another is to buy a dodo, ideally with your partner, go to a sex shop. So if she desires penetration, you could still give her penetration through the dodo or your fingers. So, and you could still give her great orgasms with these tools and these sex toys. So it's then once you have the backup, you can relax a bit more. You have the mindset that you're going to please your partner and enjoy a lot of pleasure, and you can have so much more pleasure when you learn the techniques I'm about to teach you. You can have a non-ejaculatory orgasms where you can have multiple orgasms, more powerful than anything you experienced before. And if you do decide to ejaculate, it's even more powerful than orgasm, more pleasure, lasting longer over more of your body. It is marvelous. So one, you may read that you do pelvic floor exercises, and this is wrong. If you look at the anatomy of the body, that's not connected to the flow of semen, like the tract where semen flows. It actually makes it worse. You tighten those muscles, and that makes you come even faster. Maybe it's intentional to sell some pharmaceuticals which have side effects. I don't know. When I actually read, so I read all the forums on premature ejaculation I could find, and I found that the actual muscles to strengthen are just below the tailbone. So you can feel a bump around the tailbone, so just below that. So you can imagine a tail that pumps back and forth, and you use this muscle just below your tailbone to pump energy up your spine using a pump in the back of your head. And then eventually just with your imagination and your intent, you'll be able to move your energy. So when you breathe in, you breathe the energy down to about 2 inches below your belly button. So, and this is a place where you can store energy and stores infinite amounts of energy. It's called the Dongtian, and it's some of the places I've learned this. So, and then when you breathe, then when you exhale, you you bring the energy up your spine, like with that pump. So, and then like I'm pushing the energy up, circulates, and then you have this flow of energy. So the energy does not build up in your genitals or in your head. So you're doing those techniques, and that's the main one. And then you can like squeeze, like using the muscles like at the back of the tailbone. You could find them because when you experiment with it, you can stop the flow of urine with those muscles. So then if you get close to the edge, you could squeeze those muscles, and then like eventually you'll be able to kind of like drop into an orgasm. So it's like you can feel the energy, then you like squeeze and you like drop and this energy flows up. It's and another way you can get to this point is when you practice with yourself to get a flashlight stamina training unit available both for vagina and then also for anus. So you can practice, you have a lifelike texture, you could heat it up. I have a sleeve warmer. And then you practice, practice, practice. Get to about 20 minutes just on your own, like paying close attention to your body and just be gentle. If you do ejaculate, just be gentle with yourself and enjoy it. And then just keep practicing, having the intent. And then I know, completely know, you can be a great lover. You could have powerful non-ejaculatory orgasms. You can thrill your partner. And no matter how beautiful your partner is, like my girlfriend is stunningly beautiful and she turns me on so much, and I could still apply these techniques. She tells me that I last longer than any partner she's been with, and I've given her the best orgasms, the most pleasure she's ever experienced. I know this works. And so use these techniques. I know they work for you. And if you're serious about taking your skill as a lover to the next level, I also offer a coaching program. So you can send an email to the email in this description of this video. And then we're talking about the details of time. It is an investment. It's a 7-week program. It does cost a lot. I invested thousands of dollars to learn this material, and it is worth it. How much is it worth to have a happy, loving relationship where your partner is in a good mood because you're giving her so much pleasure? Like it just makes life so much better. And so if you're willing to invest in yourself, in your growth, in benefits that affect all aspects of life, health, wealth, relationships, happiness, taking your life to a whole nother level, send an email to the email in this description, and may you never be the same.